If you've been following our channel, you know that we just attended the Side-by-Side Adventure Rally at Sand Hollow State Park. We had an amazing time. We saw a lot of awesome rides out there, and we got to demo some cool rides as well. We got to demo the Honda Talon, Yamaha YXZ, the Wolverines, and an assortment of Can-Am models. Out of all of these machines, there was one that really caught my eye. Stay tuned, and I'll let you know which machine that is and why.
When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Facing on the sleepless night.
So looking into my crystal ball, I can see a new machine for me in the future, maybe within the 6 to 12 months. Honestly, my wife has no idea about this, and if I told her I could see into the future, she'd laugh at me and tell me the kids probably need new shoes or we should probably feed them dinner or something like that. My reply would be, I'll drive them to the lake in my new side-by-side, I'll teach them how to fish, then they can feed themselves. All kidding aside, there was one machine that really caught my interest. No, it's not a turbo. No, it doesn't have 150 plus horsepower. No, it doesn't have 20 inches of ground clearance in the front and back. And no, it's not a CF Moto whatchamacallit. I honestly think the vast majority of side-by-side enthusiasts don't even know this machine really exists. That machine is the Can-Am Sport XRC. Truth be told, I've been looking at this machine for the last month or two, so I was pretty pumped when I saw that Can-Am actually brought one as part of their demo group to this rally. So what is it about this machine that appeals to me so much? Well, part of it is that in our area, you don't see too many of them. Literally everyone around here has a Turbo S or one of the 75 different models of the Can-Am X3. I mean, come on. There's more Turbo S's than minivans in the school pickup line these days. If you've got one of these machines, don't start blowing your valve off or throwing your charge tubes at me. These machines are definitely cool and a lot of fun. However, I think when choosing a new machine, I need to be honest with myself and really evaluate the kind of riding I do. 80% of my riding is in the mountains or, exploring the desert. I really don't spend a lot of time in the sand dunes where a turbo can really shine. I really think a turbo would be a little overkill for me. Plus, there's definitely something to be said about the extra expense that a turbo involves. They're just a lot more expensive. So, looking into my crystal ball, a turbo probably just isn't in the cards for me at this time. So, what does the Can-Am Sport XRC have to offer? Well, for starters, it's got 100 horsepower. I know. Totally not earth-shattering, is it? But while on that demo ride, it seemed to be every bit as fast, snappy, and responsive as the Polaris XP1000 that we had. So using that as a baseline, the Can-Am will have plenty of power for me, and when I do occasionally go to the dunes, it's still gonna rip. I won't have any problem going anywhere that I really want to go. No, it's not gonna climb a choke cherry, in Idaho or anything like that, or the back wall at Sand Hollow Sand Dunes. Honestly, it's 100 horsepower, so it's not gonna do all that. I know that, and I think I'm okay with that. Suspension-wise, this machine has just under 15 inches of travel in the front and back. Is that enough? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's other machines with more, I know that. During the demo ride, it seemed to handle the whoops and those types of things pretty well. Granted, I wasn't doing 65 miles per hour over the whoops, but it did okay. I think wheel travel is going to be one of my biggest concerns with this machine. One interesting thing to note with this Can-Am is that it has an A-arm setup in the front, which is typical of basically every machine out there. But it also has an A-arm setup in the back, where most machines in its class are running some sort of trailing arm setup. The big benefit I see with this is you aren't dragging those trailing arms all over the rocks. So what about ground clearance? XRC comes in at 15 inches of ground clearance. That's a pretty good amount there. And when you combine that with the fact that there's no trailing arms, you can literally just pull up to an obstacle, get your back tires on it without needing the extra momentum to drag some trailing arms across the rocks. This machine also comes standard with Can-Am Smart Lock, a winch, full skid plates, and front and rear bumpers. Oh, and one more thing. Comes with 30-inch Maxxis Liberty tires on 14-inch wheels. One little issue I have here is that this machine is the rock crawling edition. So why, Can-Am, does it not come with bead locks? In my opinion, you guys kind of missed the mark on that. Small issue, not a big deal, but its sister model, the Can-Am Sport XRC, does come with the bead locks. So again, not a big deal, but maybe Can-Am could rethink that a little bit and put some bead locks on their rock crawling machine. One thing to consider. So I think one of the coolest things and one of the best testimonials of this machine is how it performed at the 2019 King of the Hammers race. Let's take a look at that machine. It's Dave with Deranged Off-Road here at the Side-by-Side Adventure Rally in Sand Hollow, Utah. Check this out. Maverick Sport XRC that Chad Hughes drove in King of the Hammers. This is the machine where he freaking tore up the field, passed over 60 people, and came in a top 20 finish, I believe. I don't know. Cut. Nope. Now it's interesting to note that on Chad's machine, currently at the rally, he was running 35-inch tires on there. He said the clutching pulled great, no slipping, no nothing. These Rockzillas really hooked up well for him on the rocks. So I believe in the King of the Hammers race, he was running 33-inch tires at the time, but he said just for fun, he was going to try 35s on that day. Hey, what's up? Sitting in a 2020 Maverick Sport XRC. Just feeling the legroom. Feels perfect for me. I'm not a real tall guy, but there's plenty of room for me. The seat, it's fully adjustable. I'm fully extended. It's full back. So I don't know if you're 6'4", 6'5", how much room it's gonna have for you, but it feels pretty good for me. And it feels like it has a better cockpit than the XP1000 that we had. It felt a lot more cramped. The footrest for your left foot, there's a lot more room for you. That thing was really cramped in it. Gauges here are right there. You know what I mean? You can see that. Any position the steering wheel's at. It moves with the steering wheel.
I happen to be 6'4", 6'5". You
Yeah,
want me to
jump
jump in and see what it looks like?
Yeah. Tell us what you think about it.
I think Joe just needs to get in the video.
Something like that.
He'll feel bad if he doesn't.
Oh, that's nice. The seat's not adjustable. Doesn't seem like it is.
No, it is. It's just all the way.
But I'm good.
Well, I don't know about your seat, but listen.
Yeah, I'm good. I got plenty of room. Right bar right here.
Feels good.
How about your knees going back and forth?
My knees are good. The only thing is I'm 6'4", and whatever this is,
This is a little goofy right here, honestly, Can-Am. I don't know what. I guess you're supposed to put some
Whatever
switches
this is
there.
right here is going to be an issue for my knee.
Especially if you're riding for the
Like
day.
this.
Starts rubbing on there all the time.
No? But that's what 6'4", 6'5" looks like in the passenger seat.
A nice little rear view mirror here. Quite a bit of storage in here, actually. I mean, that's deep. Does that show up in there at all?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a pretty big spot there. Then you got a little bit of storage up front too. You can put a pair of gloves or whatever you want in there. It's decently sized. You put your phone in there. Weather resistant. And the seats feel pretty good.
Yeah, how do the seats feel good?
They feel alright. I mean, they're brand new, so they feel good right now. I obviously haven't spent like a full day in this thing or anything, but I think what I like best about the seats, it's already got the pass-through here for harnesses. It's pretty nice. I dig it.
How about the orange and black versus the blue and black? What do you think?
I don't know, I'm really torn. I really like both the colors. The orange and black, I'm a little more worried about it staying clean looking, you know. I like to clean them up every now and then. The blue looks like it has more of an automotive finish on the blue parts, where the black is a really matte finish. Either way, they look good.
Yeah, it looks, I mean, from out here looking at it, I love the black and orange, cage, all that kind of stuff. I do like the blue and black.
Here, let's see that camera here. And on the Can-Am XRC, these are equipped with the smart lock. So you got 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, then you can lock the front diff in right there, and it's got 2 different modes in it. It's got rock mode, and it's got trail mode. And apparently through its computer wizardry, it can sense different things in the sensors, and it knows how much to lock the front diff and that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Well, that's it, guys. I don't know if I'll be buying this machine in the future. It's definitely a heavy contender in my book. It just really piques my interest. I think it's a solid machine. I hear a lot of great reviews on it. We'll see. Time will tell. I'll know in the next few months probably. If you like the channel, like and subscribe. We always got new content coming out. Garrett just picked him up a new Kawasaki KRX. We got some videos out on that already. So anyways, stay tuned, and thanks for watching. You have a good day.